The following is a sponsored segment.
So Chef Sean Michael Bips is the Associate Director of Culinary Arts and Hospitality at Stratford University's Woodbridge campus. Chef Bips has a distinguished career and has taken his talents to Stratford University. He joins us now to tell us about Stratford's hospitality and culinary arts program and whip up a delicious dish. It smells absolutely amazing in here. Before we get to the dish, I always like to, how did you get to Stratford?
So that's an excellent question. And first of all, thanks so much for having me on the show today.
Great to be here.
So I actually got to Stratford after a 6-year stint working over in Germany.
Wow.
So I was actually teaching hospitality on the Army base in Wiesbaden, which is outside of Frankfurt.
Unbelievable.
And then, before that, I worked in multiple hotels across the U.S. and also some in Europe.
Well, we've had several chefs from Stratford on the show, and that's one thing that all of you bring to the table, is the experience. You guys have all been places, you've been around the world. And so when people come to Stratford, they're getting these experiences from so many different places around the world.
Absolutely. And, I had the honor to also work under Chef Gordon Ramsay for actually about 1.5 years while I was working in New York City at the London Hotel, New York. So I was able to really experience, pressure firsthand.
Yes, and we all know what kind of pressure that is, but you probably learned a lot from that.
Absolutely.
For people that are watching right now, it's getting to that point in time now where parents are maybe wondering what's the next step for my kid. A 4-year traditional university type education might not be the path they see them taking. Why is hospitality and such a great career to go down into?
Well, I think that's a great question. And hospitality and culinary arts to add on as well as pastry. But if we're really talking about, going into hospitality, there's so many different avenues you can go into. It's not just going into a hotel and becoming someone who's working the front desk or someone working and becoming a sous chef. Right. But you could also go into a cruise line industry, or you could work as a consultant. You could work in banquets. There's catering operations, food writing. There's so many different avenues and options. So that's why I really think it's a wonderful degree to get into.
And there are so many campuses in the area. That's the other thing, that for people that are watching right now, throughout the DMV, there's so many locations.
Yes, absolutely, yes. Just here in the DMV area, we have actually campuses in Woodbridge. That's actually my campus. And also in Alexandria, Baltimore, and then also Newport News and Virginia Beach.
Excellent. Let's get to the food now.
Sure.
Okay? We see the almost finished dish over here. What are we making here today?
So today I have put together a lovely little French-style dish. It's actually called chicken Provencal. Comes from the region Provence, which is actually the southeastern region along the Mediterranean. So that area is indigenous for actually working with herbs and spices called herbes de Provence. You might see that actually in the marketplace when you look at your spice section. That includes things like lavender. And actually today I've actually put together some lavender butter. So it's actually made from real lavender flower.
Looks delicious.
Thank you so much. And also with some thyme and also a little bit of fennel. So that's, when you hear this herbes de Provence, that's actually what we're talking about. All right, so what we're going to do today, we're going to put together the topping. As you can see here, everything has already been pre-plated in terms of the chicken breast, which was sautéed with a little clarified butter. We have also some French beans with the lavender butter already tossed in with them, and then your classic au gratin potatoes made with the Gruyere cheese. That one is actually from Switzerland.
What makes French beans different than green beans? Are they all French beans?
It's just more or less the size, a little bit thinner, and a little bit more fine.
Okay.
Exactly.
So now we're making a sauce that's going to go on top of it.
Absolutely.
So we've warmed our pan, and what's in the pan here?
So in the pan here is clarified butter. So some people say, well, I cook at home, I use butter. Is that the same as clarified butter?
Yeah.
Clarified butter is actually when you slowly reduce the butter to a liquid form, and you skim off the milk fat.
Awesome.
Yes.
Let's get cooking here, because I don't want to run out of time.
So let's go ahead. When you start off, you want to always start off with your aromatics. So we want to put our onions in. I'm going to turn this up a little bit so we get a little sizzle going on. All right, and we want to just, we say sweat the aromatics. All right, so you get that nice aroma.
So that's a lot of onions. Then what did we add on top of that? So garlic?
Yes, so as that starts to kind of go,
okay.
Please do.
And we have less than a minute here.
All right, so we're just going to go ahead and move along.
Excellent. I love garlic and onions. That's how I start almost every meal every time I'm cooking, to be honest with you. I'm doing chicken breasts and stuff.
That's the way to go. Then a little bit of shallots.
Shallots and onions.
Oh, yes.
Okay, delicious.
Now, here's one you might not actually think of. This is going to be a little bit of anchovy paste.
Okay, anchovy paste. And then I see, is that wine right there?
That is wine, early in the morning.
Some wine. Final 30 seconds here, my friend.
All right, adding in here.
Look at what we learned in just this short time. If this looks like something that you want to get involved in, the website we're going to put on the bottom of the screen right now, this could be the career for you. It could take you all over the world. Stratford.edu for more information. Chef, thank you so much for bringing this in. We let this go for a little bit. It goes on top of there.
Absolutely.
It looks absolutely delicious.
We can just kind of go ahead and play that right there.
Beautiful. More of LTL right after the break.
The proceeding was a sponsored segment.